Have you ever wondered why, after 60, sleep feels like a battle? You go to bed tired, yet at 2 or 3 a.m., your eyes suddenly open, and you can't fall back asleep. The surprising truth is this: the very glass of plain water you drink before bed may be the reason. Water alone doesn't calm your nerves, doesn't warm your body, and it carries no nutrients like magnesium, tryptophan, or melatonin, the natural signals your brain needs for deep rest. Instead, it goes straight to your bladder, and with age, the bladder becomes weaker, forcing you to wake earlier and more often. But here's the hopeful part. You don't have to give up drinking at night. You only need to make a gentle shift. By adding certain natural ingredients to warm water, you can turn an ordinary glass into a sleep-supporting remedy. Imagine something as simple as flax seeds calming your nervous system, or lotus seed powder slowing your heartbeat so your mind finally rests. Think of chia seeds holding hydration all night, cinnamon keeping your blood sugar steady, and tart cherry powder sending your body the natural melatonin signal it has been missing. My friends, sleep after 60 is not lost. It only needs the right key. And sometimes that key is already waiting in your kitchen in a single warm glass before bed. Tonight, why not try one? But what if I told you that 5 tiny, everyday ingredients, already known in Indian kitchens, can gently unlock the deep, uninterrupted sleep your body has been longing for? And let's begin with something so small, yet so powerful, a seed you may have walked past in the market without giving a second thought: flax seeds. At first glance, they look ordinary, but inside each tiny seed lies a treasure of nutrients your body desperately needs for rest after 60. Flax seeds are one of the richest plant sources of magnesium. Just 100 grams hold nearly 400 milligrams of this vital mineral, the very mineral that acts like nature's off switch for an overactive brain. Magnesium calms the nervous system, slows down racing thoughts, and resets the body's internal clock so your sleep rhythm becomes steady again. Imagine it as a gentle hand, telling your mind, it's time to let go, it's safe to rest. But the benefits don't stop there. Flax seeds are also packed with omega-3 fatty acids. For years, scientists have known that omega-3s reduce cortisol, the body's stress hormone. And if you've ever found yourself lying in bed, unable to relax even though you are tired, chances are cortisol is still quietly active inside your body. By lowering cortisol, flax seeds release that inner tension, making it easier for your body to slip naturally into deep rest. And then there are lignans, powerful antioxidants found in flax seeds that help balance hormones and improve mood. For older adults especially, hormone shifts can bring irritability, mild sadness, or unusual fatigue after a poor night's sleep. Lignans help bring back a sense of stability and calm. Let me share an example. Mrs. Radhika, a 67-year-old from Pune, once told me she had given up hope of ever sleeping through the night. She had tried herbal teas, even mild medications, but nothing worked. One evening, her granddaughter suggested something simple: soaking a teaspoon of flax seeds in warm water for 20 minutes and drinking it before bed. Radhika was skeptical. How could such a tiny seed help where so many remedies failed? Yet within a week, she noticed her nights growing calmer, her awakenings fewer. For the first time in years, she woke up feeling at peace instead of restless. The method is simple, and that's the beauty of it. Take 1 teaspoon of flax seeds, soak them in warm water, wait until they form a gentle gel, then stir and sip before bedtime. For sensitive digestion, you can grind them first. The taste is mild, but the effect is meaningful. a small ritual that tells your body it's time to rest. So, if you've been carrying the weight of a long day into your nights, let flax seeds be your signal to switch off. Sometimes deep sleep doesn't come from complicated treatments or expensive supplements. It comes from the smallest of gifts, hidden in the palm of your hand. If flax seeds work gently on the surface, soothing your nerves and calming the stress of the day, then our next ingredient goes even deeper. It reaches the very rhythm of your heart and the hidden signals that tell your body when it's time to rest. The humble lotus seed. If flax seeds calm the surface of your nervous system, then lotus seeds reach deeper into the rhythm of your heart, your breath, and the very signals that guide your body into rest. In India, lotus seeds, or makhana, have been part of traditional kitchens and Ayurvedic practices for centuries. Many elders may remember eating roasted makhana during festivals or fasting days. Yet very few realize that this humble seed can be one of the gentlest allies for sleep. What makes lotus seed so special is a natural compound called nephrine, often pronounced lenine. This alkaloid has been shown to slightly slow the heart rate and reduce the overactivity of the sympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for the fight or flight response. Imagine it as a soft brake, preventing your nerves from racing too far, too fast, when the day should already be over. But that's not all. Lotus seeds also support the HPA axis, the connection between your brain, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. This axis controls how your body responds to stress. When it is overactive, you may find yourself restless, anxious, or waking up at 1 or 2 a.m. for no clear reason. By gently balancing this system, lotus seeds help the body shift into a natural rest mode, telling your brain that the night has truly begun. Let me share a story. Mr. Sharma, a retired school principal from Lucknow, often described his nights as endless classrooms. Even after turning off the lights, his mind kept going, replaying events from decades of teaching, planning tomorrow's chores, or worrying about his health. He tried warm milk, meditation, even cutting down on evening tea. But nothing silenced that inner chatter. One day, during a family gathering, his daughter-in-law, who had studied Ayurveda, suggested lotus seed powder. She mixed a teaspoon into warm water, added a few drops of almond milk, and gave it to him about 45 minutes before bed. The first night, he felt only slightly calmer. But after a week, he noticed a change. His heartbeat no longer raced as he lay down. His mind didn't jump from one thought to another. Instead, there was a quiet space, a gentle slowing down. For the first time in years, he said, I fell asleep not because I was exhausted, but because my body knew it was time. The preparation is simple. Take 1 teaspoon of pure lotus seed powder, stir it into warm water around 60-70 degrees Celsius. Let it cool slightly and sip it slowly 30-60 minutes before bed. If you enjoy a richer flavor, add a touch of unsweetened almond milk for warmth. Unlike sleeping pills, lotus seeds won't knock you out suddenly. Instead, they guide your system into peace, helping you breathe more steadily and letting your body rediscover its natural rhythm of rest. And that is the beauty of lotus seeds. They don't force sleep. They invite it. They whisper to your body that the day is done, that the night is safe, and that rest is waiting. For seniors who often lie awake wondering why their body refuses to settle, a small glass of lotus seed water may be the quiet signal you've been missing. Once your heart has slowed and your mind has learned to settle, the next challenge is staying asleep. Because for many seniors, The problem is not falling asleep, it's waking up again just a few hours later. And that's where a tiny but powerful seed, the chia seed, can quietly protect your rest all through the night. After calming the heart with lotus seeds, the next step is to protect your sleep from being interrupted. Because for many seniors, the problem is not falling asleep, it's staying asleep. You drift off peacefully, but 2 or 3 hours later, you're awake again, tossing and turning without knowing why. This is where chia seeds, one of the most unassuming yet powerful ingredients, can quietly make a difference. Chia seeds have a unique gift. When soaked in warm water, they form a soft gel. This gel acts like a gentle shield inside your digestive system, slowing down digestion and keeping it steady through the night. Why does this matter? Because 2 hidden reasons behind midnight awakenings are sudden hunger and blood sugar drops. When your stomach empties too quickly or your glucose dips, your body sends out stress signals to wake you up. By slowing digestion, chia seeds help you avoid those signals and keep your energy balanced until morning. But chia seeds offer something more, a small amino acid called tryptophan. This is the raw material your body needs to create serotonin, the happy chemical, and melatonin, the sleep hormone. These 2 together regulate your sleep cycles, helping you feel sleepy at the right time and stay asleep through the night. For older adults who struggle with light sleep or fragmented rest, this can be a game changer. Another hidden gift of chia seeds is hydration. After 60, the body is more prone to mild dehydration, even if you don't always feel thirsty. This dryness can show up as a parched mouth in the morning or a heavy, sluggish feeling after sleep. Chia seeds absorb water and slowly release it through the night, helping your body stay hydrated from within. The result? You wake up more refreshed, without that dry, tired heaviness. Let me share a story. In Jaipur, I met Mr. Patel, a 71-year-old who often complained of waking up at 4 a.m. with no energy to fall back asleep. He thought it was just part of aging. But one day, his grandson, who had been reading about nutrition, suggested chia seeds. Together, they soaked a teaspoon of seeds in warm water for 15 minutes until the seeds swelled and formed a smooth gel. Mr. Patel drank it before bed, not expecting much. Yet within a few nights, he noticed a difference. He still woke briefly once or twice, but he didn't feel restless. His body felt calm, hydrated, and he drifted back into sleep more easily. After 2 weeks, he proudly told me, "Doctor, I finally see the morning sunlight without yawning." The method is simple. Soak 1 teaspoon of chia seeds in warm water for about 15 minutes. Stir and sip slowly before bed. For extra comfort, you can add a slice of lemon or a splash of tart cherry juice for flavor. The taste is neutral, the texture smooth, and the effect lasting. Chia seeds will not knock you out like a pill, but they will act as a quiet protector, keeping your sleep rhythm steady, preventing sudden awakenings, and giving you that gentle sense of fullness and warmth as you lie down to rest. Sometimes, the smallest seeds carry the greatest peace. But even if you manage to stay asleep through the night, another challenge often appears: how you feel when you wake up. Because a night of sleep isn't complete if you rise dizzy, weak, or drained of energy. And here, a warm touch of cinnamon can quietly protect your nights and brighten your mornings. Cinnamon is more than just a spice for sweets or curries. For centuries in Indian kitchens, a pinch of cinnamon has added warmth and fragrance to food. But beyond its flavor, cinnamon holds a secret that can directly influence how well you sleep, and more importantly, how refreshed you feel the next morning. One of the most common but hidden reasons seniors wake up tired is unstable blood sugar during the night. Imagine this. You go to bed after a light dinner, perhaps just some dal or vegetables, and as your body digests, your blood sugar drops too low. In response, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to bring it back up. But those very hormones jolt you awake, heart racing, mind alert, even though you still need rest. Many seniors mistake this for insomnia, but in reality, it is a biological alarm triggered by blood sugar imbalance. This is where cinnamon becomes your quiet ally. Studies have shown that cinnamon helps stabilize glucose levels, slowing the rise and fall of blood sugar after meals and throughout the night. With steady blood sugar, your body no longer needs to send emergency signals, allowing you to stay peacefully in deep sleep. But the magic of cinnamon doesn't stop there. It also influences neurotransmitters, the brain's messengers of sleep. Cinnamon extract has been found to gently increase serotonin and melatonin, the natural chemicals that regulate when you fall asleep and how long you stay in restorative sleep cycles. At the same time, it lowers norepinephrine, a stimulating chemical often elevated in people with chronic insomnia. In simple words, cinnamon helps quiet the body's internal wake-up calls, while strengthening the natural cues for rest. Let me share the story of Mrs. Devi, a 69-year-old grandmother from Chennai. She often told her daughter, "I can sleep, but I can't rest." Every morning she woke dizzy, with trembling hands and heavy eyelids, even after spending 7 or 8 hours in bed. Doctors checked her sugar levels during the day, which seemed normal. But no one looked at what was happening at night. When her daughter read about cinnamon water as a bedtime drink, they decided to try. Half a teaspoon of pure cinnamon powder stirred into a cup of warm water, with a touch of raw honey for taste. The first night, nothing dramatic happened. But by the third evening, something shifted. Mrs. Devi still woke once around 3 a.m., but unlike before, she drifted back into sleep calmly. After a week, she noticed her mornings were lighter. No dizziness, no trembling, just a steady, calm energy. "It feels," she said with a smile, "as though my nights are protecting my mornings now." Preparation is simple. Stir half a teaspoon of pure cinnamon powder into warm water, mix well, and sip slowly 30 to 60 minutes before bed. If you prefer a touch of sweetness, add a teaspoon of raw honey, not only for flavor, but also for an extra stabilizing effect on blood sugar. You don't need this drink every day, but on nights when your body feels cold or when you tend to wake around 3 a.m. without reason, cinnamon water can be your gentle companion. What makes cinnamon unique is that it doesn't just help you sleep, it helps you wake better. Many remedies focus only on falling asleep, but cinnamon ensures your biological rhythm stays steady, so that your body is protected all night and renewed by morning. So if you've ever felt that sleep is not enough, if you rise from bed still weary and weak, try letting cinnamon be your reminder. A reminder that rest is not just about hours spent in bed, but about balance. Balance in sugar, in hormones, in the body's inner rhythm. Sometimes the answer is not in a stronger pill or a stricter routine, but in a spice you've known all your life, waiting quietly in your kitchen. You've calmed your nerves, slowed your heartbeat, balanced your sugar, but still, some nights your eyes just won't close. You lie there tired, yet awake, as if your body has forgotten how to start the sleep cycle. This is where the final ingredient comes in, one that gently restores the very signal your brain has been missing. Tart cherry powder. Among all the natural remedies for sleep, Tart cherries stand out as one of the few foods that actually contain melatonin, the very hormone your body produces to begin the cycle of rest. For seniors, melatonin production naturally declines with age. That's why many older adults describe the same struggle. I'm exhausted, but my eyes refuse to shut. This isn't just imagination, it's biology. Without enough melatonin, your brain simply doesn't receive the sleep now signal. Tart cherries, unlike common sweet cherries, are rich in endogenous melatonin. This means they don't just relax you, they actively remind your body how to begin the sleep cycle at the right time, without forcing drowsiness like a pill. The difference is profound. Sleeping pills act like an outside command, pushing your body into unconsciousness, but often leaving you groggy and dependent. Tart cherries, on the other hand, work like an old friend, gently tapping your shoulder and saying, "It's time to rest." The science supports this. In a study published in the European Journal of Nutrition, older adults who consumed tart cherry juice twice a day slept an average of 90 minutes longer than those who didn't. And it wasn't just about more hours. They slept more deeply, with fewer interruptions, and woke with greater alertness and clarity. This is crucial because what most seniors need is not just extra time in bed, but better quality of sleep that leaves the mind and body restored. But there's another hidden gift in tart cherries: anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce low-grade inflammation in neural tissue. Many seniors experience light, restless sleep or vivid dreams because their nervous system is under silent stress. By calming inflammation in the brain, anthocyanins create an environment where melatonin can do its job more effectively. Together, melatonin and anthocyanins act as partners, one initiating rest, the other protecting it through the night. Let me share a story that captures this. In Kolkata, I met Mr. Mukherjee, a 72-year-old retired accountant. He told me with a weary smile, "Doctor, my problem is not waking up at night. It's never falling asleep in the first place." His family noticed he would sit in his chair until 2 or 3 a.m., eyes wide open, unable to begin sleep even though he was clearly exhausted. He'd tried over-the-counter melatonin pills, but they left him foggy the next morning. He gave up, believing his body had simply forgotten how to rest. One evening, his grandson, who studied nutrition, suggested trying tart cherry powder. They mixed a teaspoon into warm water, let it dissolve, and encouraged him to sip it slowly about half an hour before bed. The first night, nothing dramatic happened. He still struggled to close his eyes. But by the third night, something shifted. He described it simply: "For the first time in years, I felt my eyes grow heavy naturally." Over the next 2 weeks, his routine changed. He no longer fought with his body at night. His sleep started earlier, lasted longer, and in the morning he felt clearer. He even joked, "It feels like someone gave me back my childhood sleep." The method is simple and accessible. Take 1 teaspoon of tart cherry powder, stir it into warm water, and drink it about 30 minutes before bedtime. If you don't have the powder, soak a handful of dried tart cherries in warm water for 1-2 hours, then drink both the water and the softened fruit. The taste is mildly tart, refreshing, not heavy, which makes it a pleasant bedtime ritual. Why is this so powerful for seniors? Because it doesn't add something artificial. It restores what time has taken away. After 60, many people assume that sleeplessness is simply part of aging. But often, the issue is as simple as a missing signal. By reintroducing natural melatonin, tart cherries don't mask the problem. They reconnect you with your body's own rhythm of rest. And here's something even more encouraging. Tart cherry powder works best when paired with other gentle habits. For instance, if you often feel restless at night, start with lotus seed water earlier in the evening, then follow with tart cherry powder closer to bedtime. If your mornings feel weak or dizzy, cinnamon water can steady your body first, while tart cherries ensure your sleep begins naturally. In this way, each ingredient we've explored builds upon the other, creating a complete support system for seniors seeking peaceful nights. For Mr. Mukherjee, the transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional. "I used to dread the night," he admitted. "Now I look forward to it. I know I will rest, and I know I will wake up ready for the day." That hope, that quiet assurance, is something no pill had ever given him. So if you find yourself lying awake, staring at the ceiling, waiting for sleep that never comes, consider tart cherry powder, not as a magic cure, but as a gentle reminder that your body still knows how to rest. Sometimes, all it needs is a little nudge, a natural signal, and the calm of a warm glass before bed. Because deep sleep after 60 is not gone. It is waiting for the right key, and sometimes that key is hidden in the tart sweetness of a cherry, patiently waiting in your kitchen to guide you home, to rest. English script. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this journey, let's pause and reflect on what we've discovered together. For so many seniors, sleep has become a quiet struggle. Nights stretch long and restless, mornings arrive heavy and unkind, and it begins to feel as though restful sleep belongs to the past. Many accept it with a sigh. This is just what happens after 60. But the truth is far gentler and far more hopeful. Sleep is not lost with age. What changes is the way our body responds to signals. The bladder becomes more sensitive, the nervous system more easily stirred. Hormones decline, and blood sugar becomes less stable. But this doesn't mean rest is gone forever. It only means that your body is waiting for the right signals to guide it back into balance. And those signals don't have to come from strong pills or costly treatments. They can come from the simplest gifts of nature. Flax seeds calming a restless mind, lotus seeds slowing a racing heartbeat, chia seeds protecting you from midnight hunger, cinnamon steadying your sugar through the night, and tart cherries quietly restoring the melatonin your body once made with ease. Each ingredient is like a gentle whisper, reminding your body how to rest again. Think of the stories we shared. Mrs. Radhika from Pune finding peace with flax seeds, Mr. Sharma from Lucknow rediscovering calm through lotus seed water, Mr. Patel in Jaipur waking with energy thanks to chia seeds, and Mrs. Devi in Chennai rising without dizziness after cinnamon. And finally, Mr. Mukherjee in Kolkata, who thought sleep was gone forever, only to find it waiting in a glass of tart cherry water. These are not miracles. They are simple reminders that even after 60, your body remembers how to heal, how to rest, how to dream. The key is not to overwhelm yourself with too many changes at once. Begin with one small step. Choose one ingredient that speaks to your needs. Sip it in warm water before bed and pay attention to how your body responds. If you feel even a slight difference the next morning, a little more peace, a little more energy, hold on to it. Because it is through small, steady steps that lasting change is built. And perhaps most importantly, approach sleep not as a battle to be won, but as a gift to be welcomed. When you sit quietly with your evening drink, think of it as more than nutrition. Think of it as a signal to your body. The day is done. It is time to rest. With patience, with consistency, and with faith in your body's wisdom, you may find that sleep returns to you more naturally than you ever imagined. So tonight, let this be your invitation. Not to chase sleep, not to fear it, but to welcome it back, gently, naturally, with the help of simple seeds, spices, and fruits already waiting in your kitchen. Because deep, healing sleep is not behind you. It is within you, waiting for the right key. And now you hold that key in your hands.